I don't know about you, but I got tired of waiting for YouTube to send me a reward play button. So I decided to take the matter into my own hands, and I'm gonna make my own. And I'm gonna teach you how to do one for yourself too. To build one like the one in the picture here, you will need plaster to make a mold for metal, Play-Doh to make the play button that we're gonna put in the mold, a stove or some fire to melt the metal that we're gonna pour into the mold, and a frame so you can frame your beautiful artwork. Let's begin. When building things like this and using materials you haven't used before, it's really important that you follow the instructions to the letter. So I'm going to read the warnings in the package of the plaster to make sure you follow them. For young children, we recommend use only with adult supervision. By the way, this whole instructable here, you need to do it with adult supervision. Do not eat or breathe powder dust, really important, I think. Do not attempt to make an enclosed cast of any body parts such as hands and fingers. You're not a doctor. Don't do that. Now let's go on to the instructions. Let's do it. When mixing plaster, use this ratio. 2 parts water, 3 parts plaster. Tip: always release plaster slowly into the water. Never add water to plaster. Must be important, it's bold. Allow mixture to absorb all the water. The mixture will not set unless it's stirred. Mix with a stirrer or blender until no water is visible, about 30 seconds. Too much mixing may set the plaster before it can be poured, so maybe don't do that. Place the play button model in a container of your choice. Pour the mixture slowly into the mold. Gently tap mold onto a firm surface to remove any air bubbles. Carefully wipe the excess mixture from around the mold to ensure neat edges when the mold sets. Who cares about neat edges? That's not necessary. Really important note, casts and molds become warm as they're setting. This is normal, so they say. It looked like the plaster was too thin in the middle, so I reinforced it with some from the edges. I think it's good. After leaving the plaster to dry for at least 24 hours, really important, you remove it from the container carefully, and then you need to take this Play-Doh from the inside. Make sure you clean it really well and there's no Play-Doh anywhere. If there's any Play-Doh, it's not going to be good when we pour some really hot metal in it. It's looking sufficiently good though. Look at that. It's gonna look really good when it's done. Remember, don't use water to clean this, even if you're really tempted. It's not gonna be pretty when you pour hot metal in it. Alright, there's still a little bit in there, but I'm pretty sure, how bad can it be, right? Now we need a metal that is easy to melt at home. Turns out that most metals are not really easy to melt at home, except for one that I can think of, which is lead. What's the melting point of lead? Let's find out. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. What's the melting point of lead?
The melting point of lead is 327.5 degrees Celsius.
327.5 degrees Celsius. I think we can achieve that. You can find lead in sinkers like this that you go use for fishing. Really important warning though. Lead is a poison. I mean, so is alcohol and people still drink it. The difference though is that while you still have a functioning liver, your body can deal with alcohol. Your body cannot deal with lead, so it stays in your body forever. Unless you have a medical procedure called chelation, and then it kind of removes lead from your body. But it does cause brain damage, and sometimes it can be irreversible, especially in children. Now, we need a hot area to melt the lead. I'm not gonna use my stove because I cook food in here, and also I have a small child, so I'm gonna go outside and do it in a portable stove. Do not do this at home. Doing this at home is really dangerous. You could die from lead poisoning, or you could even burn yourself really hard. So don't do this at home. Make sure you're wearing masks to protect your eyes and your face. Don't want any of those fumes going in your system. They're not melting yet. I'll have to investigate. I need some sort of utensil. Make sure you do this in a well ventilated area, like outside. Don't do it inside because the results will not be good. These gloves are not appropriate. They are not the appropriate gloves, but they will do the job, hopefully. Oh, it's melting. Have a look. Let's have a look. See that? Look at that wonderful melting situation happening here. Needless to say, this knife will never be used for food again. Oh, look at that. Look at all the fumes. Don't smell them. They're not going to be good for you. There's a lot of gunk on the top, which usually you remove using a bit of a spoon, but I'll just leave them there, it'll be fine. I think we reached a desirable temperature here, so I'm just going to pour it into my thing. Let's move the fuel away, just in case of an accident. It's really heavy, okay? So be careful. Now we slowly, remember, slowly is really important, because you have no idea what's going to happen when the... Oh, it's looking good. So you slowly pour. See the bubbling? The bubbling is because of water in our... Ooh, that looks a bit dangerous, doesn't it? So you keep pouring slowly. Slowly. Done. Okay, the bubbling stopped. Now you let that cool down before you do anything to it, because it's probably really hot right now. I think it's cool enough, so let's see what our beautiful play button looks like. Wow, it looks so legit. This is going straight into the pool room. Look at that. Oh, don't touch it. Phew. Oh, that was really hot. Oh, don't put it in my mouth, just touch the lead. Now that we have this wonderful piece of engineering, it's time for us to prepare the frame where this is gonna go attached to. I had this frame laying around, so I'm gonna use it. Although it's not very deep, so I don't think I'll be able to fit this between the backing and the glass. I'll have to not use the glass, unfortunately. Get rid of the glass, get rid of these things that we don't need, and then we have a beautiful backing here. Now what we need is a piece of white cardboard that we can put here that fits perfectly, like this one. Ideally, you want to print YouTube, yada yada yada, la la la, 20 million subscribers, whatever you want to write here. My print is not working, but I'm really good at drawing and writing, so I'm just gonna do it by hand. It'll look pretty good. Let's start with the YouTube logo. Perfect. Now the channel name. And congratulations for surpassing how many subscribers? I can write anything I want because I'm making this, so 20 million, I think. Yes. Perfect. It looks pretty good. Now all we need to do is attach the play button to the frame. Turns out this is a little bit heavy. It's almost a kilo, it's 900 and something grams. My original plan was to use blue tack, but I don't think it's gonna work. However, I have this 3M double-sided tape that is really strong. It should work, so let's see. I'll apply two pieces, one on each side like this. Need to peel off the protective layer. Ha! Ta-da! Now make sure we put it the right way. Okay, centered. Press it really hard. That's the moment of truth. See if it's gonna hold. It works! It works! It's unbelievable. It looks really good too. Look at that. Uh-oh, oh no, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna try again, but this time I'm gonna glue this cardboard to the backing. Otherwise, I think the cardboard will fall because this is really heavy. For that job, I'm gonna use PVA glue. This is a lot of glue that I bought the other day. Just need to make sure it's very well glued everywhere. After waiting for a little bit until it dries, I finally have my very own subscriber play button plaque thingy that I made myself. And it looks pretty legit. Now I can finally tell my mom that I'm really good at YouTubing. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for liking. Thank you for Thank you for sharing with your friends. And I'll see you next time with my beautiful, brand new YouTube 20 million subscriber plaque. Bye. If you're building this at home, which you're not because of all the lead problem situation, learn from my mistakes and make sure that you don't right the subscribers too low, otherwise it's gonna get cut by the frame.